Hey there, everyone. As you may have heard, many of the restrictions on cruising in terms of different vaccination status and health protocols on board are changing, and a lot of guests are taking notice. Whether it's a good or bad thing is totally up to you, but right now we're going over some of the updates that have been happening. Things are happening so fast, it's hard to keep up with it all, but I wanted to go over some of the updates that we know about and some of the effects in terms of booking numbers that we've seen because of this change. I want to be very clear, this information is changing daily. So if you're looking for the most updated information about your cruise and the different requirements for it, be sure to check the cruise website for your specific cruise. You want to make sure you're 100% in the know. Do you need a test? Do you need a vaccine? You need to know this in advance of your cruise so you don't show up to the port unprepared. But right now, as of today, there are a lot of changes to the different cruise lines, including Holland, America, Royal Caribbean, Princess, and of course, Disney Cruise Line. Let's start it off with Carnival Cruise Line. Starting September 6th, Carnival Cruise Line will no longer require unvaccinated travelers from getting a vaccine exemption for their cruise. So they'll be able to board like everyone else. They will be required to show proof of a negative PCR or antigen test within 3 days of embarkation. That's Carnival Cruise Line. In addition, Carnival will no longer require pre-embarkation testing on cruises that are less than 16 nights for vaccinated passengers who provide proof of their vaccination status. Travelers who sail to Canada, Bermuda, Greece, Australia, or on longer cruises will still have to get tested to board. This is in addition to the rule change that came for pre-embarkation testing for vaccinated passengers. For 5 days or less, you will not have to get a test if you are vaccinated and can prove it. Royal Caribbean's doing something a little bit different. Don't forget, this is going to change daily for a while. Starting September 5th from Los Angeles, Galveston, New Orleans, and any European home port, testing rules will vary by destination. But Royal Caribbean has a limited testing for vaccinated passengers on sailing departing from the U.S. that are 5 nights or shorter. So again, if you're leaving from the U.S., 5 nights or shorter, you will not have to get a test if you're vaccinated. That is what the company is saying as of right now. From other governments, things are going to change. Again, it's going to vary based on your cruise. I'm going to say that like 100 times. It's going to vary based on your cruise, the line, and the time. So be sure to check. Princess Cruise Line will be dropping its testing requirement for vaccinated passengers starting September 6, 2022 for sailings that are less than 16 days departing from the United States, United Kingdom, or Europe. Norwegian has told us they're going to be dropping the pandemic-era vaccination requirements in September for not just Norwegian Cruise Line, but also for the Seven Seas Cruises and Oceania Cruises, which is part of the same company. So that is going to be coming in September as well. In addition, more updates are coming from the Virgin Voyages and others. Disney Cruise Line has also had a little bit of a change, but it's not quite as drastic as some of the other cruise lines. Disney's more focused on the kids with their update, but there is no question in my mind they're going to update that even more because all the other cruise lines have too. It makes a lot of sense. For kids between 5 and 11 starting September 2nd, they will not need to have their vaccination in advance of the cruise. Testing still goes, everything else still goes, but kids between 5 and 11 starting September 2nd will not be required to be vaccinated to sail. In addition, Holland America will no longer require guests to be vaccinated starting on September 6th for any sailings that are less than 15 nights. So has the cruise industry seen any changes from all this? Sure enough, they have. Carnival Cruise Line, just as one example, has seen its bookings double after relaxing some of its protocols. That's August 15th, 2022. Now that some of these things are changing starting September 6th again, so these things are happening in the not so distant future, Carnival, sure enough, has seen bookings double. That is a tremendous amount of demand for those who were kind of waiting for some of this to happen. There is no doubt we're going to see even more updates in the not so distant future with regard to cruising, but needless to say, there is a lot of change in the wind and a lot of cruises to experience together. I'm looking forward to getting back out there together. I know we're going those cruises so much, but I love cruising so much, and I plan on doing it a lot more in the future. So stay tuned. We've got some very special cruises in the not so distant future. Hint, hint. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today, and a special thanks to our patrons for making all of our videos possible. Until next time, have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon.